see is tuna on toast.
7 minutes ago, I got a text from the Aquadolls tour manager, and she told me that it's Jackie's birthday today. Why didn't they give me more warning? I just put together a little gift for her. I hope she likes it. They should. They're here right now. There's not. I hope she likes this little gift I put together for her. Hi, who is it?
It's the Aquadolls.
It's the Aquadolls. They are at my house. This is crazy. Hello! Oh my God.
Do they take our shoes off?
No. If you're wearing cool shoes like that, you have to leave them on.
Oh, okay, got
Oh
it.
my God. Welcome. I'm Ted Stryker. Jackie, Melissa,
Yes,
Keilah. Come on in.
We
They have
got
all the
some
gear.
stuff.
Holy
Yes,
God.
got some gear.
Okay, how about this? Just put it right here for now.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll be back in 7 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, one,
You want to see how Sarah?
Yes, please. Totally 8 seconds. 8 seconds.
oh,
Like,
8, 7. Wait, no, that's going the
we
wrong way.
are going the wrong way.
5,
I already counted to 8, but I kept going
6,
fast.
5, 4,
feel
3,
like
2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackie. Happy birthday to you.
That's amazing. This is amazing.
Do you hate everything on there? Is my last second like preparation? If I would have known sooner, I would have gotten.
You know, I don't hate everything on here.
Okay.
The only thing is, I don't eat anything on here, but
Vegan?
we don't care. Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because
Hold on,
vegans
hold
vegans still appreciate the effort. We do. We really do.
Here, here's some walnuts.
Oh, it's very kind of you that you even.
I have the dried nuts.
This is amazing.
Aw.
I don't really know what to say.
Thanks. It's not my
What a
birthday.
great day. I thank you so much for having us and
Thank you.
singing. That was really special.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Thanks for doing this on your birthday. It's so
Oh, this is
appreciated.
a gift.
Aw.
This is amazing.
All right, watch. This door only goes this far. Watch your head. Okay, there's 3 chairs there, wherever you guys want to sit. I'm gonna sit right here because this is where I always get to sit.
Okay,
Where should?
wherever I can sit
Where-
on
Do
the
you
board.
want
I
to
literally
hold
do
the
not care.
mic, Mel? There's a mic to hold.
Yeah, there's one
Or you
mic to
can sit in the
hold.
middle. Oh, there.
And
You
there's
can sit
one
there.
mic.
Yeah, hold the.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuna on Toast. I cannot believe that these 3 unbelievable artists, the Aquadolls, are at my house. They're right next to me. Welcome.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Thanks you so much for coming over.
Thanks for having us.
Having
And thanks for singing happy birthday. That was like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, it was my
and
pleasure.
Giving me walnuts.
Yes.
For my little vegan self.
I found out that it was Jackie's birthday today, like 7 minutes before you got here. I was not prepared. I did light a
was so
candle.
sweet. That
It was
was-
not a birthday candle.
No, it was beautiful.
It was a scented candle.
It was. It smelled very good.
And then I gave you other items, which
Yup, yeah,
not
options.
necessarily you don't like that much. And then we gave you what sort of nuts were they?
Walnuts.
Walnuts,
And they were
okay.
really good. I think from Trader Joe's.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And do you
Well,
feel
thank
like is this the worst birthday ever that you're here? Like, is it in the top 15 of your life?
It's actually completely opposite. No, I
Really?
feel blessed to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. No, thank
Awesome.
you very much.
Of course. And I ask most of the artists that come over this question first. Keilah, I'm going to go to you.
Okay.
When you're on your way here, were you thinking, what the hell are we doing going to this dude's house right now?
No, I was just like, this is so cool. I've been really obsessed with this show called Selling Sunset. And so I was
Is that
just
the real estate show?
Yeah, the real estate show.
I binged it. I told you to watch
I was
that. for wedding.
every
I've been
house.
watching
I
it
was
too.
like,
oh my
this
God.
is so gorgeous. And then we
Binged it.
pulled up and I was, this is it. And Mel was like, we're still half a mile away. And I was like, oh, this is it. It's this one. This is so cool. It's this one. I was wrong every
my
time.
gosh,
But
that
I was
show.
obsessed. I'm obsessed with this place and I'm obsessed with
Thank
everything.
you. Oh my God, thank you.
It's so sick here.
And as you guys, for those watching, because the show is available on YouTube, you can watch, not just listen. It is beautifully decorated. And this bird right here this is my bird. But Melissa, you said, Stryker, keep the bird out on the table.
The bird needed to stay. I mean, the bird looks very posed and gorgeous, so I just made the bird's little stand nice and aquadollified, to make them feel nice and at home with us.
It looks so good. The goal of this hangout today for me, and it's going to be similar for those watching and listening, I know your songs. I have not seen you in person play, but I've seen you on YouTube. I want to know who the hell you three are in life. Like, how did you get here? How did you meet? What's the plan? Who are you working with? Because to me, you guys are superstars, and you're just starting out. So there are so many different levels for you to get to. So Melissa, I start with you. Okay. Where the hell are you from?
I'm from La Mirada, California.
It's like 20 miles from here only, right? Near Commerce?
Yeah. It's LA County technically. The next city over is Orange County. So I hang out in there a lot. But it's near Knott's Berry Farm.
Okay.
Small town vibes. Nothing is there ever. There's nothing in La Mirada.
Portillo's is a nice spot.
Yeah, it is. My mom gets her salads there.
She
actually.
does?
She goes there multiple times a week actually. And she'll sit in that drive-through for like an hour.
So there's a chance next time I go there, I can just start yelling, Melissa's mom!
Yeah, Aurora.
Okay, Aurora.
Brooks.
It's Ted Stryker. I know your daughter now. That'd be awesome.
She'll know. She listened to K-Rock with me when we were kids, so she'll know. She knows who you are.
Okay, so you're from La Mirada.
Yes.
Did you go to high school there and the whole thing?
No, I went to elementary and middle school in La Mirada, and I switched to Fullerton for high school. I did the Academy of the Arts. Shout out to the theater choir dance program. Did that, and then I went to Cal State Fullerton for musical theater and film.
No way. Okay,
I
so
did drop out though.
Theater. You did.
I lasted 5 years.
That's good. And are you a doctor because of the 5 years?
A doctor of music.
Okay.
Indie music.
All right.
Uncertified.
And we're the nurses.
Unpracticing. I'm like as much as a doctor's Dr. Phil.
All right. Now.
Who's not, by the way.
We don't know what that meant.
His license inspired like 40 years ago or something like that.
But I don't know if he's officially, I don't know this for a fact. Did he go to medical school to become a doctor, or is he just super smart and eloquent that he says he's a doctor?
I think it's the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, he's very eloquent and can hear the problems. He's heard them a million
TikTok.
times. Dr. Phil has a TikTok?
Yeah.
And what is he doing? Like putting a
And Jerry
stethoscope
Springer
on
does
things?
too, and he does it's so funny.
You are not the father.
And they do little dances. It's
my gosh.
hilarious.
Wow. All right, Keilah, are you from La Mirada as well?
I'm not. I'm kind of from all over, to be honest. I was born in Florida, but my mom is from California, so we moved here after I was born. She was born here. My sister was born here. So I grew up in LA. I went to elementary school in LA, Vermont Elementary, John Mack Elementary, right by USC. And then I went to middle school in Florida. I moved back, 3 different middle schools. And then I came back and I settled in sunny Whittier, California. So right next to La Mirada.
Yeah,
it's a nothing town.
Okay.
I did middle school and high school there, and then I also tried to go to school for musical theater and did not.
So
work
musical
out.
theater, I just want to be clear. This is not just like you're singing in a band. This is you're performing like you were in the Music Man or a chorus line or something,
Yeah.
right? So you're acting, you're singing, you're like, oh, it's very big.
Yes.
Okay.
Larger than life.
Yeah,
Got
my
it.
last show was Titanic.
Thespians.
Yeah, we are thespians.
Yeah, we're thespians.
Wait a minute. You did Titanic on stage?
I did Titanic the musical as my last one in 2018. Right before that, I was in Greece for
Hold
the
on.
second time.
Thank you, fans, friends, and odds and ends. Now, for you gals and guys, a few words to the wise. You, Jims and Sals, are my best pals, and look your best for the big contest. Just be yourself and have a ball, because that's what it's about. After all, so forget about the cameras and think about the beat. We'll give the folks at home a real big treat. Don't worry about where the camera is. Just keep on dancing. That's your biz. Hey, if I tap you on the shoulder, move to the side. Let the others finish the ride. Oh my God!
That was amazing.
Thank you. Sorry, I cut it on Greece.
Wow.
Oh,
That was
man.
impressive.
Yes.
I can't
So
believe you
were
pulled that
you
out.
in the musical?
No.
That's funny. That's
You just
amazing.
have that on the back of your hand.
That is that's a
was
party
good.
trick.
Yes.
That's a party trick.
Thank you. I love them. I am not an actor or anything, but I like Grease and I like
Yes.
movies and watching them, all the rewatchable ones. So I definitely love Grease. All right, Jackie, we go to you.
Yes, I love musicals. I was literally, I was telling my boyfriend on the way here, I was like, is it cool, to reduce my stress, I have to just sing musicals the whole way. And he was like, do it, because he likes musicals. But I was singing a musical.
Something Rotten.
Something Rotten. The Shakespeare.
That I can't quote.
medieval-
Sorry.
It's a really good one.
I'm not
it's a
smart
good
enough for that one.
Yeah, and
Christian
Sweet,
Borle.
Sweet Charity I was doing with a.
Where are you from?
I'm from Huntington Beach. I forgot where we were
You're from
talking about.
Huntington Beach.
I'm from Huntington Beach. I grew up Huntington Beach, still in Huntington Beach. I was in a music program at my school. We're actually known for our arts program. It's called APA, and the program there's programs within APA because it's the one I was in was called Music Media Entertainment Technology. So we put on basically it's just I was in rock and roll high school. That's literally my life was rock and roll high school. It felt like it was so cool. You get pulled out of class and all right, it's time for rehearsal, and we just rock out.
Were there
We literally had battle of the bands at our school, and it was girls versus guys, and we it was just I don't know. I literally lived in rock and roll high school.
That seems so fun. So all three of you have studied theater and arts and music and that sort of
we're
thing.
all into it.
And now here you are, the three of you. You're at my house. Take me back to 2013, Melissa. What was going on in your life musically? And just tell me what was happening in 2013.
I was playing a lot of festivals, playing with Fiddler and Weezer.
As a solo artist or
with the Aquadolls, but I had a different lineup at the time.
Gotcha.
I had some boys in the band who were. Can I say stoners on this? Okay, yeah. Okay. I don't know how PG this is. They were hardcore stoners. They didn't want to leave the garage. And when I was like, hey, we got offered to go on a US tour, they're like, yeah, but we just want to chill. I'm like, well, no, I want to be a rock star and play. So it didn't work out with them, unfortunately. But yeah.
But you knew at that time,
But at
and
the
you're very, very
time-
young, you knew
Yeah.
that work ethic, if you want to get to where you want to get to, you have to bust your ass because no
Yes.
one is going to hand you a freaking thing.
Exactly. And at the time when I was playing festivals, I met Jackie.
Yeah, my band broke up.
Yeah, who was going to the same shows as
we
me.
were sitting
and,
there all sad and depressed. I literally would see her sitting there looking so sad, and I was doing the same thing, and we're just backstage hanging out. And I was like, do you ever feel like you just want to be on stage? And of course she was like, yeah.
yeah,
She's
it
"Wait, you
hurt.
play drums?"
It hurt to go to shows and not be playing because there was a moment.
I was just a
you
little
know,
fangirl.
We had a little
Fangirl
moment.
too. I was a fangirl too, for sure.
A fangirl of what Melissa was doing on stage
Yeah,
with those particular human beings.
Yeah.
And you liked her stage shows or you liked the songs or a combo of both?
Everything.
Yeah, Jackie would be on stage because I used to do stage invasions and there's a picture of you and your old band all on stage and just a bunch of girls
So
just dancing. So that was 2013. Was just playing festivals, going to the beach a lot, making surf rock, I suppose.
Were you
at
learning
the time.
about the business either on purpose you were learning about it or you just happened to learn at that time how it kind of worked?
I was working with some other management at the time, so I was going to a lot of label meetings and being thrown into weird
Wow.
industry stuff that didn't work out, but I learned a lot about the industry.
You retained a lot of that
I
stuff
did.
and utilized it today?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. Okay, and then Keilah.
2013, I was, I think, a freshman in high school. I was just going to my silly little classes, and I was very fortunate to have a very cool older sister who showed me the Aquadolls one fateful night. She showed me one of Mel's music videos, and I think she showed me a music video when I was in middle school, actually. And I was just obsessed. I fell in love. It was for Rich Boys. I tell the story on stage sometimes, but basically I would go around to all my little middle school and high school friends, and I was like, this band is really good. They're going to blow up. You can't tell anyone about them, though, because, they're, indie, and I don't want them to blow up. But, that was me to a T. I would go to Mel's shows. It's funny, because we were, going and trying to find an old picture on Mel's Instagram from, years ago, and, I had liked it. Because I was just, a huge fan. I really loved it. And then I just think one night when I was a senior in high school, actually, so, hella years later, we just were at a show, and I was like, hey. And she was like, hey. And that was kind of it. And we became really good friends after that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And when did you learn how to play bass?
So I learned how to play bass in 2015, I think.
In 2015.
Yeah,
so you
so-
knew about the band. And why did you want to play bass? Why even play an instrument? What was going on in your world?
So I had friends that were all musicians, my friend Nadine and Natalie, and they were counselors at a camp called Rock and Roll Camp for Girls, Orange County. And some really cool people volunteered there, Bad Cop did things there, and this drummer for Alice Bag, Candace Hansen, did things there. So I they're like, hey, like, do you want to be a camper? Because I was too young to be a counselor. And I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that. So I thought bass was the coolest. I've always thought bass was really cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I went to a week-long camp where we formed a band. We made a song. We learned how to play instruments.
Wow.
And then we played at the observatory at the end of the week. And yeah, we played the Constellation
Did
Room.
you have a nervous stomach ache doing that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I am nervous just hearing this story right now, thinking, oh my God, I got to go on the stage and do this.
Yeah, it was
1 week.
Yeah, it was after 1 week. It was really exciting though. We had like the coolest counselors ever, just like a whole bunch of volunteers. And so then after that, Nadine, who was my friend, gave me her old bass and was like, because I didn't have the funds to like get a bass at the time. I was still in high school and my family was really low on money. So she was like, this is yours. Like, I want you to keep practicing. Just do it. So I learned how to string a bass. I learned how to tune. I learned how to do everything. And I just practiced. I went to the camp for, I think, 2 more years after that. And then I was a counselor. And then unfortunately in 2018, it ended. But by then I
Here
was
you go.
with Mel, but I actually started out playing keyboard in the band. Not
But you do
bass.
both on stage now, don't you?
I did both for a while, and then we realized that all the synth I was playing were just bass notes,
Yeah.
and they were like,
We wanted
maybe
rock
you should just play bass. And I was like, yeah.
Also, that keyboard was so sketchy.
It was
the screen
old.
didn't work,
Yeah.
and it's been dropped like 80 times. So
Yeah.
the screen would like sometimes work, and then sometimes it would like split in half or go
was
upside
very
down.
stressful.
You
I
couldn't
had
really
to
read it.
I had to count the amount of times I was turning the knob to get to the right setting because it wouldn't show. So I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play and be like, that's it. That's what it is. So it's been like a
So 2018 is only 3 years ago.
Yes.
You guys get together and you've made some unbelievable songs. Did you have any trepidation, Melissa? Not based on their character, but based on your first experience with the previous crew about, I'm going to do this again. Did you have any nerves or about that?
Always, yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of different lineup changes over the years, and obviously they didn't work out because they're not here right now. So I'm kind of stressed about that and hoping hopefully this time around they'll stick around long enough, you know what I mean? So yeah, with Jackie, I've known you for a really long time because I recorded her first band in my garage when I was like recording bands and stuff. And so I like already knew that you played drums, and we were jamming as a 2-piece, and we were like,
And then you're like,
we need more. And you were just there, like chilling
Hanging
one day
out.
out of practice. And I was like, do you play keyboard? And you were like, no.
no, but I can.
You're like, I could kind of do
Yeah.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm like, that's perfect. You're hired.
and our next show was the week after.
It was literally a week later. She learned like the entire set and was playing keyboard.
Oh my
And then like maybe 6 months later, you were like, you know, I play bass, right? I'm like, why did you say something sooner?
I remember Adrian from No Doubt. When he joined the band, he said, yeah, I play the drums. He did not play drums. Adrian from No Doubt. He learned it like so fast and then became a part of that band.
That's so insane.
One thing that I have learned, I've been working, luckily, I don't know how miraculously, for a long time, hanging out, interviewing bands and stuff, is when you're 17, 18, 19, even in your 20s, no one knows really who they are yet, and certain people have certain goals, others have other goals, and if you're not on the same page, no matter how good you are, before you even get going, it can go totally haywire.
Oh, totally.
Do you feel pressure at all to get to a place that you want to get to with the three of you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to move out of my parents' house.
Okay.
So yeah.
I
We're
was
at.
I was fortunate to move out of my
Yeah.
parents' house.
You're working hard
But-
though.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
hustling.
very proud.
Yeah, I
Our baby.
work and I do the band, so I work full time.
What do
I
you do
band-
for work right now?
I'm a barista.
You
at
are?
a rock and roll
He knows everything about
coffee shop. I got really lucky falling into this job. Like the owners love the band and they play us at the shop all the time, and the demographic is very like horror movie, music, rock and roll, punk stuff. So it's
you
cool.
in a coffee shop.
Yeah, so I
You in a
got
cup.
really lucky,
you're supposed
but
to be there.
balancing like a full-time job and the band is kind of scary because I want to do as much as I can for the band. Like this is my priority, but also now that I did move out, I have like bills and I have
Balance.
responsibilities like outside of the band, because when we first started, we literally just got to get up and go whenever, wherever. Someone was like, hey, you want to be in San Francisco tomorrow? And we just got up and left. And so I think now, a couple years later, it's a little harder to do that. So that's like nerve-wracking because I don't want to hold anyone back, but I also like have other people, like a fiance that's like depending on me too. So it's like hard juggling it, but we get by. And we have a really great team, like Rick and everyone. They're really, really, really amazing at like keeping us calm and level-headed and saying everything's gonna be okay.
Melissa, I go to you on this.
Hello.
So when I first played Linkin Park on the radio back in like 99 or 2000, I remember one of the band members called me. He was going to college. And it got me thinking recently, if those songs from Linkin Park didn't work out then, would they have continued to be a band? Because he was going to UCLA. Like, I don't know if he had a time limit on it or they did like, we're giving ourselves 3 years. I have an answer to this, but I want to know what you think, or I have an opinion on it. Do you have a time limit on anything?
No, God, no.
Good.
I've been making music my whole life. I started writing songs when I was in 2nd grade and started the Aquadolls in 2012. So it's going to be 10 years in January. And it went by so fast. I'm like, dang, it's already been 10 years. That's kind of crazy. And I don't want to end this ever. I want to keep going. And
so there's no pressure from family to say, okay, you know what? Not only you need to work more jobs, or we want you to go to school. What are you doing with this band right now? Are you feeling any of that from family?
Sometimes.
They definitely, my parents will kind of sass me sometimes and be like, so when are you going back to school? You're gonna finish? Because I have 1 year left. I literally just have 1 year. So like, it's not that much, but I'm like, it's a little hard with the band balancing it. But that school will always be there, but the opportunity to play music, especially now, like I just want to run with it as hard as I can while people care and just keep them caring. And I want to do this till I'm an old lady.
Well, you got about 90 more years until you're, but you guys have done Lollapalooza, Warped Tour, Ohana. Do you feel some sort of validation every time you do one of those shows? Like, oh my God, look what we just did.
Yeah, we're really grateful. And it's just like, the adrenaline and the energy. And it's like, oh, this is why we do this. And it keeps us going. And we're just grateful to even have those opportunities. And it's definitely like, okay, we could keep doing this. Like, I don't know. It reassures me like, okay, I think I play music. I think I'm a drummer. That's the thing we always talk about is like we kind of forget that we're like, I'm a drummer. You're a bassist.
We're doing this.
Like I kind of like people be like, are you a musician? I'm like, well, wait,
It's weird. Like,
say it without hesitating. Your songs are so
I know,
good.
It's weird. I don't know
get
why
on stage, you have merch. The secret to a successful band: have good songs and play them great live. I'll buy your merch and I'll buy your tickets. That's all you have to do.
Right.
That's it.
I know. We have to get used to saying that. Like, I don't know what's going on up there, but
it's just like weird because we get on and we play like really cool shows and like we play a full set and then we do it and I see pictures and I see clips and I go, that's not me. That's not me. Who is that?
Can't believe it because we're just so stoked. Maybe
just
that's
like
what it
the
is.
duality of being of like having your home life and then like day job and then
Like
and then you
Hannah
literally we're all Hannah Montanas. Like we're like the indie Hannah Montanas as
Seriously.
3 people.
Yeah,
Because you got the dual life going on.
Yeah, it really is. Like you play your show and then it's like the best day ever and then the next day you're like clocking in at your weird job and it's like none of them have any idea of like what I do and like I kind of want to keep it that way. And, like, and then I go and like play a show and then there's like all these people there and I'm like, like it's a trip. It's definitely a trip.
Yeah, it's freaky.
How do you guys put your songs together? So let's just say Suck on This, the song. How in the world did that come to be? Who does what? How does it happen?
We mesh together.
That one was a melting pot.
Yeah, I think we just like we come together like with ideas. Like, I have this idea, and usually we like it because we're like, it's sick, and then we add on to it if we feel like we can. I don't know. Like sometimes I like it, a little bit of writer's block, so I'll just back off a little, and someone else will come in. But then later on, someone else will add something.
Yeah.
And usually like I think we all like kind of write different. We all write lyrics. We all write like melodies. So it's pretty like group effort, and Melissa writes really good. Like she either I'll hum something to her and she can just like play on guitar, or she'll just most of the time she has like some sort of melody and she plays it on guitar. But if I have something in my head, I'll hum it, and then it might turn into something else. But usually I feel like that's how it goes. Or you'll write something on bass sometimes.
A really good example is recently we were like trying to write a demo to submit to like a film that we were trying to submit to. And we were all sitting in Jackie's bedroom, and if you just like put your ear to the door, you would have just heard like we were just yelling things out and Mel was typing it and I was like, no. I hear And Jackie was like, yeah. And then
I was like,
another language.
And then like
and
this
grunting and moaning to each other.
and like all of the lyrics were just like falling into place. And Mel was like,
crazy.
give me,
It's like
give
math.
me a visual. I need a feeling. And it was just like flowing.
You want to
Like,
taste it, like
Yeah.
lyrics that like you can see and like come to life. It's not like
Yeah.
he looked at me. I was like,
It
yeah,
was like,
no,
we
no,
were
like,
in
I
it,
want
like,
to, I want to
we
see
were, like,
colors
yeah.
and
Yeah.
smell and like put me in there. Like
Oh,
that's the kind of songwriter
rad.
that I like.
That's so rad. Who are some of the songwriters that you love, whether they're from 1970, 80, 90, 2000, 2020? Who do you like?
I mean, Gwen Stefani is like up there for me. You guys go.
Joan Jett.
Yeah, Joan Jett. Joan
Just watched the
Jett.
documentary.
Patti
So good.
Smith.
Yeah,
of course.
insane lyricist.
My beautiful poet lady. I love her so very much. I feel like, yeah, those are kind of the ones we always talk about.
I love Purity Ring too. Like they're not a rock band, but like they do like electronic music. But I really love the lyrics that they use. It's just very like poetic and like they use colors and describe things and it's very visual and like you can taste it and like I really love that kind of songwriting.
Suck
I also
on
love cheesy songwriting too.
I mean, who does? If
tell
I can
them.
hum it,
I love
and
everything.
sing it and move to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
there's 3 great things. It's gonna be a hit
Simple
forever.
and catchy.
Yeah.
Like Nirvana.
Yes.
Like Lady Gaga, like we all love Lady Gaga in this band too.
She's
Like, she
amazing.
is insane songwriter.
I'm
Yeah.
all like Nirvana, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, we're eclectic.
Boom.
The content to the song, Suck on This. We'll talk about other songs and stuff, but it sounds like if you guys are going to a venue or doing something professionally, someone may judge the book by its cover instead of realizing like, hold on a minute, this is the band, the rock band. These girls rule right here.
Yeah.
So am I on the right track with that? Suck on
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
what I wrote
explain
about.
to me what happens when you go to a venue or go to a gig, and why and how this song came to be as a result of that.
It's happened so many times, and I think it happened to us and so many people that we know where we're hanging out backstage, we're holding our gear, or we are literally on stage and there's that one person that's just like, what are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you here? You can't be on stage right now. You need to leave. And it's like, we are plugged in, ready to go, like ready to play. And they just could not fathom that it was us playing. And it's still, the thing that's crazy is even after the song was put out and we play it all the time, it still happens. And we have a mostly female touring crew, and it happens to them. They can't believe that's our tour. That's your tour manager, because she's like a young woman, and they're very snarky about it. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, sweetie. Where's your boyfriend? Oh,
my
like,
God.
and
I'm so sorry that happens.
The disrespect
wild.
is
it's
insane.
horrible.
I literally, I'm just like, right? Is this real life? Like, that's literally how I look at people when they talk.
Yeah.
Wait.
We're just here doing our job, you know. Like you're here doing yours.
What's going
Yeah.
on right now?
We gotta help each other out. So the
And it sucks too when it happens to us, like, and other women are doing it too, because then they're like perpetuating that stereotype.
sad.
Because we were backstage at a festival recently, and we were actually going to meet Mark McGrath, which is like the coolest thing in the entire world.
Yep. Shout out Mark McGrath.
Yeah.
shout out to Sugar Ray.
We were standing there, and I remember there was this female security guard, and she was like looking at us, and I didn't say anything. We were all just kind of like talking, and then she like whispers to another person, and that person was actually the person that got us to meet him, which was really cool. And she was like, "Who are they?" Immediately on defense,
you
which I
could
get
feel it, you
because
could feel
he's, you know, a celebrity, but it was still like, and then she was like, "I was gonna call security. Like, who are these girls?" Like, and I heard it, and we were all like so excited that we didn't like, I didn't have time to say anything.
I didn't even.
I wasn't even phased.
And I just like
thinking
was
of
like
Mark McGrath.
looking,
I could
and like
feel
not even 10 seconds later she goes, "Hi," and it was so like, I heard that, and it was like hurtful, because I get that you have to be cautious, but it's also like, why did you gonna say that? Like,
Right.
you're gonna call security on us? And we were the next person being interviewed too, so it was like, you look a little silly now, because now we're sitting next to Megan and being like, "Hey girl,
Right.
we're being interviewed," like, security's being a little weird. So that it happens still like pretty often. So that sucks.
I am really sorry that happens. So maybe the answer to my question is totally obvious. If we took 3 gentlemen your same age, same amount of time in a band, would it be easier for them to succeed than you?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, man, I look at bands like L7, the Donnas, Go-Go's, Bangles,
Yeah.
the Runaways, that was the
Lunatics.
70s, the Linda's a newer,
Oh,
newer
yeah,
band
yeah.
Bikini Kill.
as well. Are there less rock bands overall in 2021, or just less female bands?
I think there's a lot of bands just people aren't looking hard enough.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. And that makes me happy.
They're not being like put out there in the mainstream.
Exactly.
Like I feel like artists like Olivia Rodrigo right now are in the mainstream and making rock music, and that's charting on Billboard. And I think that's huge for bands like us that make similar style music. So I know that Willow Smith. Like there's a huge resurgence I feel that is going to be female and femme presenting women, like
hopefully, yeah,
and rock. I see it, but it's just not like super mainstream yet, but I see it happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Oh, totally.
You just have to look in the right places, because our feed, when I log into our social media, like it's all that.
Yeah.
Because we look in the right places. So I feel like if mainstream media just starts looking, they're gonna find it, especially like on TikTok and like on social media. Like you scroll 2-3 videos and you see, hi, we're an up and coming band. Hi, we're an up and coming band. It's just, you have to look hard enough, and these people work really hard. And these careers are like taking off from social media. So I think hopefully the industry is picking up on that and is gonna start kind of pushing these bands out there, because they deserve to be heard. They have really cool stories
And
to
as
tell.
do you. And I say to anyone that is listening or watching this, I love Disappearing Girl.
Oh, thank you.
Sean, how many times you can say? How many times did I play that for you today? Yeah, over and over. Every time I walk by, Sean, do you know how good this song is?
Oh my God,
And like going back and forth. So just because I'm geeking out on that song and you guys are here, how did that one come together?
That one came together. We
At
did
Rick's house.
we did a little writing camp in
He
Oxnard.
literally sent us to like
Who?
his house. Sorry. I
Our
didn't
manager,
cut you off.
yeah,
Okay.
our manager Rick, he has
Rick DeVoe is the
Rick DeVoe.
manager.
He's got a few homes, and he lent one of his homes. he lent one of his homes to us January 2020, right before the whole Panda Express happened, and we made a whole bunch of songs together, and we were just writing, and then like
day.
one night everyone kind of went to sleep, and I was like, I'm not going to sleep, so I was just vibing, and then like came up with some riff, and then the next morning I like showed it.
Something on the couch. I was like, Melissa, that's cool.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I was so tired, and I was like,
Just
wait,
kind of
wait,
like
wait. Give me the.
I was
give me
kind
the
of like
earphones,
doing
let me record something.
like Sonic Youth vibe, or like I don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Don't you mention Sonic Youth and
we do,
song?
yeah, we do.
yeah.
So then, I had like that little riff. It was just a loop over and over, just the like over and over. And then the next day, like we all just like sat together and just started
All
writing
day.
a story.
Yeah.
Just the three
Wrote a
you
little
in the
story.
room
Yep.
hammering it out.
Yeah, in Oxnard.
That is so cool
Yeah.
to hear.
And like
so
then
sick.
it's kind of the first, like one of the first songs. I mean, I guess "Suck on This" is too, but like that we all sing on and like have our own lyrics too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
we
it's
switch
fun.
up. So Keilah plays drums, and then I'll play
Yeah.
bass, which
Yeah.
is fun for us to do.
Yeah,
I
we
think-
do rhythm section switcher.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love seeing when bands switch up. So it's like it's just fun.
Yeah. How important is it to you guys to write your own songs? Are you up for working with songwriters who are good? I don't know if it's
Yeah.
like a John Feldman or a Fat Mike, or I'm just throwing names out there where you're like, hey, let's get in a room together. We're going to bring our ideas and see what comes to fruition from this.
Totally,
Definitely,
It's
yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you met Fat Mike? Do you work with it?
Yeah. He recorded "Disappearing Girl."
Oh, he recorded that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does that produce? Like he's like
He produced it. Yes.
Yeah.
so in the same room at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We've worked with
Fat
him.
Mike from
We
No
we
Effects.
worked with
Yeah.
him quite a bit. We did. I mean, we've done sessions with him like recently too. But that "Disappearing Girl" session, we did 2 others, which will be singles next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you will hear very soon. And but we did 3 songs, all very different vibes from each
Yeah.
other. "Disappearing Girl," I don't even know, it was like 80s or like I don't know, like
Yeah.
80s, 90s, grunge,
What would
whatever
you say?
vibes.
What would you-
Well,
What's
yeah, what would
your?
you
I
describe?
want to know
Well,
your.
when I hear the song, I imagine myself driving through Southern California, like on the 405 or in Venice Beach area, listening
traffic.
to it. So I
No
don't know.
traffic.
I'm not even sure if I would say it's got an 80. It just feels like a Southern California song,
Cool.
and that's why probably why I'm
SoCal.
attracted to that song so much.
Cool. Thank you.
But yeah, we did that one, and then a couple other ones that you'll hear next year. One's kind of like like more surf rocky, like it sounds very like kind of old school Aquadolls, but like more cleaned up. And then another one is kind of like a Lana Del Rey slow, sexy jam.
yeah.
And we co-wrote that one with him. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that fun writing with somebody like that? I mean, he's putting his time
It's
in
a
the
trip.
business.
It's a trip.
hilarious.
He's
It's
well-
really funny. It's really funny.
because he's like he's his own person, and then
He's a character.
Yeah, no, like it's like watching a cartoon, especially when he's talking to Melissa, and she's like, she's hitting all the notes, but then he'll just like try to like tell her to hit another note.
Yeah.
Being in the
So
studio
fun.
is so funny.
cartoon.
Like
It's a
recording
cartoon.
vocals, like I'll be doing like harmonies, and he's like, "Go," ah. I'm like,
But
"Ah," and he's like,
somehow
"Ah,"
I understand.
and I'm like, "Ah," and he's like, "No," ah. I'm like, "Ah," he's like, "Yes," ah.
And he's so
We're just
honest,
like
yeah.
moaning and grunting to each other via
Seriously,
microphone
honest
from the
too.
booth.
And it's
Very honest, yeah.
Yeah.
It's brutally
it's
honest.
really silly. Like Jackie and I were like laughing so hard, and he goes, "Be quiet."
Yeah,
and we were like,
he's like, no more talking.
and we were like, "Fine, we just won't talk the entire
Yeah, we're all
time."
like-
Then like being really dramatic, and he's like doing these little dance moves. I have a video of him like shaking his butt to the beat to the song. He's like bopping around. So it's a trip. He's like,
when he hates something, and when he likes something, which is
Definitely.
good. It's
He's
good
like,
to be
"No,
like.
He'll be like, no, that's not it.
He's
No,
like,
no,
oh, that's horrible.
Do your
That sounds
feelings
horrible.
get hurt when, I don't care if it's Fat Mike or someone you've never met that says they don't like something that you just created? I would be sad if someone said they didn't like something.
No.
Even
Not
though
really.
It's like a collaboration.
Not really, no, because I want people to enjoy it, and
Yeah.
like if it's something that I'm like super set on, like maybe, but like usually I'm super open to collaborating and like
Yeah.
getting other people's opinions, because at the end of the day,
totally.
like I want people to enjoy it, and
Yeah.
like it's fun.
and
like,
yeah,
I like
they
collaborating.
they don't have negative intentions, and I think that's
Yeah,
the
they
matter.
don't have
Like,
negative
They're hoping they're all
yeah,
just trying to make
they're
it
doing
better.
with our best interest, and they want it to be like as good as it can be. So we have to, especially at someone like him who has more experience in the industry and more
wanna
experience
listen, yeah.
recording, we want to get as much feedback as possible for the future. So we're pretty lucky to have someone as brutally honest as he
Yeah,
is.
it's good.
He is
It's good.
honest.
You learn a lot.
All right, let's let everyone know how real it is when you go on tour. Do you have a big fancy bus?
Oh no!
Here
we
we
got
go.
the Costco 12 passenger van from
Yep.
Avis.
Okay.
Avis.
We scoop
We,
out
like,
the
we're, like,
back
friends with the
rows of
dudes.
seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Nimbus at Avis La Habra. Nimbus is the man.
He knows who we are.
Melissa literally is like besties
Every
with
time.
Nimbus.
We are besties.
like he knows
it's
exactly
true.
like when she calls what does
She's
he
like-
say?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're with Rick DeVoe? Oh, yeah, we got the van for you. Oh, yes, girls, removable seats. Make sure we got those removable seats. But yeah, it's grimy. I mean,
It's
the
the three
first
of you, and then you bring your. You need a tour manager, of course. and
yeah,
she-
usually
wait, what's her name?
JC
Okay, so now you
DeVoe,
have
Rick's
four
daughter.
Strong, smart women in this
Yes.
class.
Oh, yeah.
And does anyone else go?
Rick has gone with
Rick-
us
Rick
on
is
our first
Kim.
tour.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Rick has been there.
Yeah.
And we had
We had Yulani on the Lollapalooza tour. We
yeah,
had
usually
Ireland.
have, a merch person as well that does all the merch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go in this
merch
van, and then
so
you go to
same.
a gig.
and it's, by the way, it's usually just us driving, because we're the only ones old enough.
To drive a rental.
Me and
somehow
Jackie.
do it.
To drive a rental car,
And
you're the only
we-
two old enough to do it?
I don't
Yeah,
even
you have to
have
be
a
25.
license.
God, you
We
don't?
drove
We went from New York City to California in 3 days.
Me and her, and we rotated back. We did it. It was so fast. Like
We
I
have a
literally
good
was like,
system.
I was so scared to do it, and when we did it, it was so easy, so fun.
We
I
have
don't
you
know
an
how I
energy
did.
drink sponsorship or a coffee sponsor.
I'm allergic to
seriously.
caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yeah.
natural.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's high on life.
Oh my God. Okay,
Getting-
so you
yeah.
two drive. You don't have a license.
No.
Can you just give me the 2-sentence reason why you don't have a license, please?
I am so scared of driving, and cars scare me.
Hypnosis. It works for me.
No, I am
serious.
so it's gotten better. I got my permit, so I'll probably get my license soon. But it was so bad whenever I was in a passenger seat of a car, I would put my foot down like I was driving because I was so scared, and I'd like flinch. I would do this. Whether it was my dad, my mom, my boy, anyone that was driving, I was like, "You guys suck at driving," and they're like, "Okay, then you do it," and I was like, "No." No, I will. I simply will not. And then every time Rick would be like, "Nina, you got your license?" I'd be like, "No, Mr. DeVoe, I absolutely don't." But I have been practicing recently, so I can say
Stepping a toe.
that hopefully soon I will have it.
You got this.
Anyway,
Oh my.
Looking forward to the day that you drive me around.
yeah, Mela has
gonna
been
cry.
my driver since I was literally
Since the
17
day we
years
met.
old.
Since the day we met, I've been driving.
Yeah, my mom has so much trust in this lady. It's insane. She's driven me to literally New York and back.
And we haven't crashed.
Ever. Never
Let's
crashed.
just knock on wood on that, please. Let's just be safe. Okay, you're in this van. Only you two drive. You're just getting your license, but you're not old enough to drive a rental car anyway.
Yeah.
Where do you have to find hotels, like smaller hotels on the road? Do you share rooms? How does that work?
We prefer Airbnbs because the parking isn't as sketchy because we like have a giant van.
Yeah,
So
Full gear.
full of
Right,
gear
right.
in our whole lives and everything. So yeah, getting Airbnb is usually better because we have a crew and we can all just be in like one spot together. So we usually book them.
Not only are we a
kinda-
band, but we are a travel agency.
We
so
are.
We
God, yeah.
look for the best
Same.
deals. We compare.
We got some.
You're really good at
Remember
that.
that one that we got that really crazy like one in.
Oh, like the Shining Hotel.
I think I went on.
Oh.
You're really good at it. I went on a streak where I was like finding
Really
some-
good at it.
Hotels Tonight.
Hotels tonight.
Yeah.
We'll go on
If you're listening, bands
Yeah, or,
use
like,
Hotels
it's funny
Tonight.
because like then one of us, like the other person, will start doing it. Like we'll be like
Yeah,
really good
pass
at
back
finding,
in.
and then I'll like lose the touch and I can't find anything, and then you'll find.
And then I'll be like,
everything.
but I found this, and that.
Yeah, you're pretty. Yeah, she's really good at it.
And we
while we're
always
driving.
we share rooms, we share everything.
I don't like to sleep.
We-
I always sleep next to Keilah because she kicks.
She kicks really
I've literally-
hard.
I always
love her.
sleep alone.
Wait a minute,
okay,
you're
Melissa.
kicking. Are you on a sleeping pill or anything?
No.
you're just
No,
sleeping.
I'm just
kicking?
a moving sleeper. I'm a toss and turner and
Okay.
a kicker
I've woken
puncher.
up
I
with her
guess.
knees in my back.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
she really digs in the knees.
So with Jackie,
I was probably just trying to cuddle.
I'm just gonna put this out there. There's a theory. I believe Melissa purposely was kicking.
Yes.
So she
I
would
can
have her
get solo.
future,
Yeah.
her own
I want to
bed.
start kicking.
Yes. You don't see her kick. I would put a GoPro on her bed while you're sleeping. Let her know, not secretly, and see how many feet and knees are moving during the night. My prediction is 0 kicking.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like I would do a good job. I've been sleeping like the dead lately because I've been so freaking
Maybe,
exhausted.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see next tour.
We
Yeah,
are
have
in
a
the middle of the
sleeping bag.
holidays. It was just Thanksgiving as we're all hanging out here today. You guys did your own take. You reimagined one of the best holiday/Christmas songs of all time. Christmas rapping by the waitresses.
It came on the radio today when I was getting ready.
That song was?
Yes.
You did your version of it.
Yes, we did.
Who out in the universe suggested that to you? Because I love
Yep.
it's like a ska punk
That
rock
w-
vibe to it.
That
right?
was Pat Magnarella, or one of our label heads at NC. We literally just got an email one day that was like, "You will be doing this song." We were like,
and
okay,
you're like,
sure.
okay, yeah.
I knew the song and I was like, cool, yeah, like all right.
Absolutely.
It's got like the original, to me, is almost has a hip hop feel to it. The
Yeah.
way that
Yeah.
Patty Donahue delivers it.
She's like rapping. It's
Yes.
so wordy.
So
Wordy.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
crazy.
good how she gets it all in, and her
Yes.
syllables go quick here and then longer there. Do you love the song? Had you heard it before it was suggested to you?
I have, I've known that song and it's a bop.
Yeah, it is
definitely
a
a
bop.
bop.
Yeah,
It's a
you
good
walk
one.
into any retail store during the holidays.
there
She is.
You're gonna hear that girl.
There she is.
But I thought it'd be fun if we did like a punk. Like originally it was
Yeah.
kind of like a punk rock version of it. So it was the same tempo but just double time drums. And then when we were in the studio, we recorded that one with Fat Mike as well.
Oh, you did?
And he ended up playing a little bit on it, and we got El Jefe to
Yes,
play
from
horns, and
John
Angelo from Fishbone did
Oh,
some saxophone as
great.
well.
Just casual.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
You're slumming it with me with all these people that you get to hang out with. Oh my goodness.
But he was like ska, and we were like, ska.
He just started playing the guitar, and
Yeah,
all of us
I-
were like,
Yeah,
Like, we needed that. We needed that.
It
I
just
love the
brought
way
it to
you
the
guys
next
did
level.
it.
It was so
really,
fun.
It's really, really good.
It's kind of just like early No Doubt vibes, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The song Trapped in a Box. a
Yes,
little bit.
Trapped in a box.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for being here. I think we're going to wrap it there. Like I learned
good.
Christmas wrap
a
it.
whole lot
Christmas Wrap It.
about the three of you. Christmas rap.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Say Ferris did a nice version of Christmas rapping as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rick loves.
Yeah, Monique
Ferris. I
Powell.
love it.
She's amazing. You
Oh, cool.
three are amazing and strong. I am a huge fan. I am rooting for you. When at some point, I know maybe it's going to be in 2022, you're going to get that bus and someone else is going to drive you around and you're going to be sleeping in this thing. And if you are new to this band, the Aquadolls, please go back and listen to some of the older stuff, get their merch, and go see them on the road. You guys are fantastic. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Ted. You're the
Yes, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
They are the Aquadolls. I'm Ted Stryker. It's been Tuna on Toast. Happy Snuggles. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed. Now hit that subscribe button. And for more Tuna on Toast, listen wherever you get your podcasts.